HAGANE, a 1994 action platformer for the Super Nintendo, developed by Hudson. It's something of a shinobi game, although it is very intimidating for the first-time player because at any given moment you can do about 10 trillion different things, and it is very complex, and the enemies are everywhere, and the camera moves really fast in this weird way, so kind of a friggin' insane shinobi on crack. Basically, you have 4 different weapons. You have the sword, which is infinite and kind of the staple move. And for Ninja Gaiden, that's enough. You don't need anything else except for the bonus weapons. But no, not for this game. You also have the kunai, which are not infinite. You get about 50 of them and you can collect more as the game progresses. You have this bomb, which is not infinite, and you have this chain, which is infinite, and I generally don't use it much over the sword. Use it much compared to the sword, and I almost died there. Then you can also do this weird double jump thing, and if you run into a wall while you're doing that, then you can flip, then you can wall jump, basically. If you go down, then you can like bounce on top of people's heads and hurt them, and you can just kind of bounce all over them and kill them that way. You can slide, which you always forget about. I always forget about 80% of the moves at any given time because there's so many of them and there's so many different ways to apply every single situation. And I'm pretty sure to be really good at this game, you have to be good at all of them, which really intimidates me. Then of course there's there's a bomb, which I'll let off now. And that's pretty cool looking. I always forget that I have it because there's so many different moves and you can duck. The main draw are the flips, and if you press L and R, then you'll flip in that left or right, depending on which button you press. And if you flip in the direction away from the direction, then you'll just go backwards infinitely, which is much faster, and you avoid enemy damage pretty well. But if you hold the direction you're going, then you can let off one of 3 different attacks, depending on how many times you let it flip. Going once does that, which gives you some reach, but also pulls you back to safety. Going twice, lets you go with that air move, which gives you a little more maneuverability in the air. And if you do it 3 times, which I'm not going to be able to do right here, then you can let off this weird little screen helping clear off move. And I'm almost dead now, and I'm dead. Okay, that's fine. We'll just keep moving on. So yeah, you have about 1 trillion different things that you can do at any given moment, and it's really confusing and intimidating. But I'm pretty sure if I got really good at it, it'd be awesome. But for a short form web video like this, because for reasons which shall be stated, I'm only playing this for 5 minutes, it's it's crazy. And I don't know. Okay, so the blue fires increase your maximum health because you have 3 health at any given moment. And oh my god! There's so much going on in this game. And it's complicated. I mean, think about it, just compare with Ninja Gaiden, where you have, oh look, you got these couple little bonus moves, and then you have your sword, and then you jump, and that's it. So, now it's not a complaint, obviously. Treasure games do this all the time. You have, with games like GUNSTAR Heroes that are just completely bonkers, and Bangai-O Spirits, where you have like, I don't know, 7 different moves, and all of them have different combinations. Radiant Silvergun, where you have 1 trillion different moves, and then look at this. That took me forever to figure out. That's how you do that. It's completely weird. So now we're up to the boss fight. Okay, let's see if I can kill this guy in the 40 seconds remaining. I'm just gonna kind of, oh wow, that helps. And if okay, we know what, whatever. I'm just gonna let it, oh crap, we're almost dead here. Just gonna let him have it. So it's pretty crazy, and I think the treasure comparison is definitely solid. It's just kind of a bizarre shinobi game where you can do a billion different things at any given moment. And it's really fast, and the camera's moving everywhere, so yeah. And oh look, giant worm, and it's just attacking you. Luckily you can kill it, and then it explodes. It's, ow. And then that giant worm jumps out, and you got turtles, and... Oh yeah, one last thing I want to mention is that Nintendo Power apparently praised this game really heavily, This is according to Wikipedia. But they said that the graphics looked like a really good NES game. And I have no idea what they're talking about. I have never seen an NES game that looks like this. Looked up to this level. So whatever they were smoking, that's weird. On to the next game. The next game is KONAMI KRAZY with a K Racers. You start off on a weird Mac screen, and then suddenly you're here, and we are going to load up Fresno's file. One thing about this game, I had never heard of this game before this trip, before this thing. I'd heard of this game before, I'd never played it, but I did know about the music, and the music is pretty awesome, actually. Now, I'm supposed to play as Goemon, and since there's no names, I just looked up what he looks like online, and I'm pretty sure this is him. So, onward. Goemon is from Legend of the Mystical Ninja, a big, long Konami running franchise that never really got too popular here in the States. And yeah, this is obviously kind of a Mario Kart style game, and I'm going to try to do my best to not suck at it. And so yeah, I'm very familiar with the music of this game. I was listening to it while I was on a big chiptune binge, and that's what this game sounds like. Is aside from the awesome title screen music, which has lyrics, oddly enough, this game has really awesome chiptunes for most of its soundtrack, and they're mostly remix of other great Konami songs, like this one from Metal Gear Solid. So I really appreciate the soundtrack to this game, and I also recognize that I should probably brake when I do that, and that way it'll actually work. So yeah, it's a Mario Kart clone, mascot clone. There's a billion of these. There was Mega Man Battle and Chase on the PlayStation, which was, I think, only released in Japan, but it came out here in the States on the Mega Man X collection. And that game's actually pretty fun. The controls are meh, but all things considered, I really like Mega Man Battle and Chase, and a hell of a lot more than Mega Man Soccer, which is kind of my benchmark for crappy Mega Man knockoff games. Not knockoff games, but cash-in games. And, oh wow, I am running into walls like crazy here. Dun dun, yeah, dun. Yeah, really dig the chiptunes in this game. And I really dig not running into walls, even though that's what I'm doing a lot. I'm kind of, I'm just kind of weird that way. Running into walls despite disliking it. So, moving around the corner here by braking, which probably braked a little too much there, but whatever. And we are nearing lap 3, final lap. I never actually played the Game Boy Advance Mario Kart, so I can't really talk about how this compares. It's kind of weird saying a Game Boy Advance game because I always kind of mentally categorize it as being weaker than the Super Nintendo, even though I'm not really sure that's too fair. So seeing pretty impressive Mode 7 effects like this, I don't know if it's actually Mode 7, is kind of neat for me. Oh, no, that was kind of close. You don't want to go outside. That's the big thing in this level. I'm pretty sure you can get Pyramid Head in this. Maybe that's just the Japanese version, but that's kind of cool. That's how I originally heard of this, was being linked by the Silent Hill Wiki. Boom! That is the end of the Goemon time trial. So what do we do now? Next game! I mentioned Treasure earlier, ladies and gentlemen, and that was no coincidence, because our final game is what many people regard as Treasure's magnum opus, Gunstar Heroes. I am going to be playing a free-shot machine gun on the black level with Dice Palace. Well, I've been playing Gunstar Heroes actually quite a bit lately, not for for reasons unrelated to this challenge. I downloaded it on PSN, and I have it on my Sega Genesis, which I bought after the last competition, although the down button doesn't work, which I should probably get to fixing. So I've mainly been playing on the PS3. And I got past, my favorite level is probably just Destroy Them All, because it just exemplifies how friggin' insane treasure games are in general. And I love it. Because it's just, Destroy Them All is basically just one straight level of, you know what, no, I don't want that flame gun. Come on, nope, there we go. It's basically one straight level of just total insane destruction. There's no level design. It's just a bunch of enemies being flung at you for 10 straight minutes, and it's awesome. My favorite treasure game is probably the one that's... Oh, wow, that just destroyed me. My favorite treasure game is actually probably the one that's least treasure-y. There's one, and that's Ikaruga. It has the idea of Ikaruga is very treasure-y, but most... Oh, crud. There we go. Most treasure games are characterized by being kind of... Well, clusterfucks. There's no real nice word for that, and... okay, whatever. I don't like having to roll the dice, die between every level. It's boring. I'd rather just go straight from challenge to challenge. And I'm going to get the homing gun. But yeah, Ikaruga, it has the same idea in that you've got the crazy genre destroying... okay, blah, blah, blah. Getting freaking dice. I really don't like this. Having to wait between every single level. There we go. But it's so streamlined and smooth, and there's nothing compared with like Radiant Silvergun, where you have 7 different weapons, and oh great, this guy. I'm just going to shoot you in the face until you die. Where you just have so much going on at any given moment, so it's kind of almost like an anti-treasure game. And oh my god, I am so going to die here, aren't I? I have only 13 health. No, 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 no. I don't want to. There we go. I have... Okay, I'm about halfway done. I still... Next on the list, hopefully I can get some health, except that's not likely, because it seems to never go above 3. Because they don't want the level to be over too quickly, I suppose. Haha. And what's this boss? Come on, come on, come on. No, no, no. I've never fought this guy. What the heck? This is... Okay, that was not pleasant. I had no idea what was going on there. And now I don't have any weapons. Awesome. Oh, well, I really like the machine gun anyway. It's just simple, and I like it. It's fast and satisfying. But doesn't mean I'm not going to get the homing machine gun. There we go. Yeah, Gunstar Heroes is great. I don't think there's any one best treasure game. I love this game. I love Radiant Silvergun. I love Bangai Spirits. I love Ikaruga. And... oh god, I'm missing some. I haven't played Dynamite Heady since the last competition, so I don't know if I'd still really like that. And okay, this is kind of an interesting little puzzle level, which is kind of weird. No, no, no! I don't want to get hit by that. There we go. And... oh god. How do I get... oh god, this sucks. How do I... oh, this really sucks. There we go. Alright. No, no, that's not what Daddy... that's not what I want. Okay. There. Boom! We're at goal. Sweet. Yeah, I just love all treasure games, and I think everybody loves all treasure games for good reason. But Ikaruga will always be closest to my heart. Onward! And what do we fight here? Is this the same guy? I don't think so. This is the... Destroy. That's all. Uh-huh. Well, that was a very challenging boss. Almost there. Let's see. What other treasure games were there? There's the original Bangai. I haven't played the original Bangai, which is weird since I love Bangai Spirits so much. I know there's a Nintendo 64 version. There's also a Dreamcast version. So Pit. Oh, this jerk again. Yeah, sometimes the homing gun is not the ideal choice. What the? That's weird. Oh, God. Almost there. Almost got him. And... ugh, this is taking a while. How does this guy even damage me? Does it just squeeze me? That's bizarre. Okay. Well, we're about out of time here, so let me just finish up this boss fight. This has been the triathlon and the last thing of the Socks Make People Sexy Summer Blockbuster. Thank you. I had a great time. Good night.